Hello, everybody. This is Doug from Historical Board Gaming. Hey, I want to address a few things. Talked about an apology, and then a little bit about my health. If you want to stick around and hear some of that, it won't be very long. It'll probably be a 5-minute video. But first of all, I wanted to come and address everybody and give an apology. Especially to some people who possibly think, who think I was rude or short or just wasn't understanding you, things like that. So I do want to give an apology to anyone. And some of the people, I don't even know who they are. I just know that over the last 4 years, when I was diagnosed with a tumor, or at least I had a tumor 4 years ago, it started, and I just got diagnosed about 6 months ago. It really affected a lot of things. It's pituitary gland tumor. It's like 1.75 centimeters, pretty large, and it could affect vision. It could restrict blood flow to the brain. It floods the brain with prolactin, which my levels were extremely high. A male should have prolactin. The levels are 2 to 18. Mine was 424. So I had way too. That's how they found it. They were like, oh, prolactin, you got a tumor in your pituitary gland right away. And of course, MRI confirmed it, everything like that. But anyway, it does affect a ton of hormones, which I didn't even know. I looked all this stuff up. There was times that, and I'll go back, my wife, she was just like, my wife is extremely just laid back. She's, she cares about me, loves me, but there was times that she was like, I don't even know who you are. She said, I would sit down in a chair and just stare off into space. People would talk to me and it would just kind of go in. It was just like I was there, but I wasn't there, and things like that. And I didn't know what was going on. I came off the last few years with messing with my mom and dad. My dad passed away a year ago, December. And so I thought, hey, I'm over that. And I told my wife a couple times I'd go to work. And I'm like, I can't seem to get things done. I'm just like, it seems like I'm working twice as hard. Part of it is I was thinking I was coming off, the deal with my dad. Part of it was thinking I'm getting older, whatever it was. And lo and behold, my doctor found the tumor. I was telling me all these things. Of course, I did my own research, and it messes a lot of things up. So that prolactin, testosterone, amongst other things. Well, the prolactin in the brain makes brain fog, and it was pressing down on my optic nerve, which has affected my vision just a little bit. But that was scary. It also is pushing against the main artery going into your brain. But luckily, according to the MRI this last time, I just had a follow-up this last week. A little depressing on that because over 6 months taking medication, the tumor has not changed size, but it's not pressing against the artery, flowing blood to the brain, so that's good. It's not pressing into the optic for my vision. Some people can go blind with this thing. There's a lot of things, you wouldn't think it would affect that much, but it does. So I didn't know. I was trying to do my best. Apparently I wasn't functioning very well. Even my doctor, with my levels as high as they were, he's like, how were you even functioning? And I was, after thought about it later, and after my numbers went down, everything, I was like, I wasn't functioning. Apparently, I was there. I was like a zombie, apparently. But anyway, that's where that's at. My testosterone levels doubled since 6 months ago. The prolactin levels are in the normal range now for a guy. So that's good. I think it was 17. So it went from 424 down to 17. So that's good. And I feel great. If I'm not 100%, I'm probably 95%. I'm playing pickleball. I'm working out. Been working out since October, lifting weights. And I think I'm down 25 pounds, which I'm happy about. My daughter got married almost 2 weeks ago. So I wanted to make sure I was trimmed up for her wedding, and stuff like that. Plus, I'm not getting any younger, just turned 63 on Easter. So I want to, try to stay in shape and feel good and everything else. And now with this, after the tumor diagnosis, I said, I got to start taking care of myself a little better. I work a lot, sit behind a computer, and I just need to move more. But I just want everyone to know what was going on. Feel free to call me. I'm always accessible. If you want to talk to me about possibly, the way I've acted in the past or anything like that, let's clear the air. I do apologize. I try to be friendly to everybody. I talk to numerous customers who want to chit chat about military history or models or whatever's going on in HBG or what's going on in their own lives. Sometimes people just call me up to BS. Of course, I can't have everyone calling me on that. I'll never get never get any work done. But I can always take time for people, and I don't mind. There's times I talk on the way home or in my car or at home. So I always try to be accessible to everybody. But I just wanted everyone to know that that's where it stands. I do appreciate everyone's thoughts and prayers who has reached out, and I think it's behind me. With all the issues with going on in the brain, the tumor, and I've talked to some other people who've had it. Sometimes it takes a while. And some people, I've even heard this, that you got to be on the medication. Sometimes it takes your whole life to reduce the tumor. So the good thing is it's not getting any bigger. The bad thing is it's still there. But hormonal levels are great. And I think there was only 2 that were just a hair off. And I think a few more months on the medication, everything will be good. So appreciate everyone listening. You take care. And subscribe to our channel, like our channel, and like everything else at HBG YouTube. Comment below, and you'll be in a drawing for a $25 in-store credit. So take care, guys.